back here on the seats or on the bench. Okay, we're on top of the boat. There's a few stragglers still coming. He's the driver, what do you call that? The captain. That's the captain. We're already back. The guy jumped off the boat and then apparently we took off. I didn't realize he wasn't in the boat, so we went back to get him.
All ready for Hamilton shopping, guys? Yeah, good. Yeah. We're all just about set sail, we're all just about aboard, including me, as you might have noticed. We have about 73 of you guys on board today. Alright. We have over 100 life jackets, so if there's any issues, if you feel any water around your ankles, there's a sure sign we're going down. Hopefully that won't happen today. Yeah, so we do have my name's Ian. We have Brandy downstairs collecting from the boat, and we have Captain Bob behind the boat. So, two house fuels. Downstairs we have two marine heads, which are basically marine.
And then a captain of the rest of the boat. And then the other boy went back to the UK. And then the cabin, the Sultan, for then went and critical brakes and all behind it. And that's really when
hold on a little bit while we go past this ferry, just so we get it. If you want to most of the leaders are made up of some financial business now, so it's a corporate business. It's actually insurance and reinsurance. That's like a large percent of the GDP. Actually, back in the day, worked from there. So yeah, he used to sort of get inspired by the sort of the views, I think, over the water from the veranda zone, and he used to stay and write his work. Yeah. And on the right hand side, you see the island yellow house with the document on the bottom of it. So it's painted in the same yellow. It's a stripy yellow and white. It's the same colour as the main house. And then again to the right of that, you've got the pink coloured house, and that's got a dock at the bottom as well as a garden house. And the main house right at the top there. I think they're probably in the region of a couple of houses. Well, this one is actually owned by Bermuda. They bought it out from and they built a marina for the America's Cup in 2017 as well. So they made it quite. That's a really nice place. Got some lovely restaurants in there. So if you want to go and have a look at the restaurants in Hamilton Princess, I fully recommend that one as well. By the water. To the left hand side of that, private properties. We're on the hospital, King George VII Hospital. So that is a large white building straight at the end of the Hamilton Harbour. We have to. That is the highest point. It's a Catholic church around the corner.
Alrighty, so as you can see, we can walk in and get this close to the building, okay? There isn't much security around here. That's just because there isn't much crime or anything around here, and guns are actually illegal here, alright? And so, instead of having a president, we have what is called a premier. Our premier right now, his name is David Burt, and he gets elected in almost the same exact fashion as the U.S. president, okay? So you guys know how you guys go to your state, you vote for whichever party you want to vote for, and whichever party has the most votes in that state wins the state, and whoever has the most states wins the whole thing. Basically the exact same thing. So on a regular day, Bermuda has 9 parishes, but during election time, those 9 parishes get split into 36 constituencies. Okay? So So you just go to whichever constituency you live in, you make your vote. Whichever party has the most votes in that constituency wins the constituency, and whoever has the most constituencies wins the whole thing. Alrighty? So this statue that is just right here, this is a statue of a slave. Her name was Sarah Sally Bassett. Slavery here was abolished in 1834. Her story is from the early 1700s. So back in the day, she was actually accused of poisoning her master, and she was sentenced to death on June 1st, 1730. Alright? So back then, they could choose the way that they died, okay? And they had three options. They could have been killed by a firing squad, she could have been hung, or she could have been burned at the stake. She chose to be burned at the stake. And that's why her statue is depicted like that. Okay? In the corner. Alright? If you ever wanted to double check that your money is real, even though it should be. If you ever wanted to double check, or even just if you wanted to take a piece of Bermudian money back home and show something to your friends, that's a good one. So just look for the hibiscus in the corner and those small teaspoons that's up there. Alright?
She might have explained the question.
Alrighty, my friends. Can everyone hear me? Yes? Perfect. So welcome to the Sessions House, guys, and this is also where our Supreme Court is, okay? This building here is actually the oldest British government building that is outside of the UK. This building is over 300 years old. Wow. All right? Yes, the inside of the building looks to be almost the exact same as when they originally built it. The outside, they keep modernizing, they keep renovating in court is, so any serious court cases that we may have happen right in here. We do have a smaller magistrate court, and it's just a block and a half behind this one, and it's actually attached to our main police station. All right? So when it comes to crime on the island, we actually don't really have much. Like I said, 80 to 85% of our crime rate is anything to do with the road. Speeding, DUIs, accidents, all that kind of stuff. The other 15 to 20 is the rest of the stuff. There have been a few robberies here. There have been a few stabbings here. There even have been a few shootings here. Yes, guns are illegal and shootings still happen. As a female, I feel very safe on this island. Okay? All right, guys, just take a step towards me. The king. To become a governor of this 3 years in the British government, and then they can come down here and get paid vacation. They don't do it. I don't know what the governor does. Basically, yes. So they have to just approve everything that we do. So if we do want to get a law passed, they don't really deny us laws. At most, if they do, it's just because the format of the law is wrong. So we have to follow the specific British template for their laws that they have. And if there's a wrong word or anything like that, they'll just send it back, tell us to fix it, and then we'll send it back to them. Once it's approved, they send it back to us, and then bam, we have a new law put in place. That process can take anywhere from 3 to 5 years.
Good Lord.
Oh yeah. All right. Now the other British overseas territories, theirs is a little bit longer because this building is in the middle of it. All right. So instead of them sending their laws directly to the UK, they have to send it to this building. We send it to the UK for them. The UK sends it back to this building, and we redistribute it back out to them. And it's solely because this is the oldest British government building outside of the UK. All right. And because we're in the middle, their process can take anywhere from 5 to 7 years. So just a little bit longer. Building's a church. This pink building on the corner here is a church, and there's a church at the end of the road. All right, I got you this one. And this is for all of the mail. Yes, we still have mail carriers as well. Yes, they go out on their little scooters and deliver the mail. Yeah, I'm serious. We still have mail carriers and everything. And this name that's on the side of the post office is of a lovely lady. Her name is Flora Duffy, and she was the first Bermudian to bring back home an Olympic gold medal. Alrighty? So, gold medal, they did a lot of things to represent her. Alright? And so they did this mural for her. They renamed the street after her. They renamed our national stadium after her. And she got knighted. So she's not just Flora Duffy, she's Dame Flora Duffy. Wow. Yeah. this cathedral was actually originally built to solely make this city a city. By UK law, for a city or a town to be considered a city or a town, it has to have a cathedral in it. All right, so they originally built this cathedral in 1855. They didn't finish building it until 1883. In 1884, someone burned this church down. Yep. And then they started to rebuild it in 1885, and they didn't finish building it until 1911. So this church is over 100 years old. Okay? I know Ian mentioned limestone to you guys earlier about our roofs and stuff like that. Limestone is also a big part of our building infrastructure as well. Okay? So all of the stone that you guys are looking at in here, all of the white stone, that's limestone there. All right? Once limestone is in the ground, it's really, really soft, but once it comes out of the ground and comes into contact with oxygen, it gets extremely hard. Okay? So the longer and longer the limestone is actually out in the air, the harder and harder and harder it keeps getting. Or you guys might know it as a juniper tree. All right? If you guys were to ever go around this island and ask what's a juniper tree or ask about a juniper tree, you would not know what you're talking about. Okay? But yeah, all of these trees are just Bermuda cedar wood, and Bermuda cedars are actually illegal to cut down now because they were going extinct for a hot minute. Yep. And the cedar tree is actually going extinct is actually how most of the animals on the island got here. Yeah. So when the cedar trees, around the time when they were going extinct, it was because there was a small scale insect that was eating them from the inside out. Okay. And so the government decided that they were going to try to bring ladybugs here to diminish the scale population. And it was working, but ladybugs are very invasive. So the government brought lizards here. And they were killing the lizards. Cool. I mean, they were killing the ladybugs, which was great, but they were also eating cockroaches, which is one of the natural foods that was for one of the native animals here called a Bermuda skink. So they brought birds here to kill the lizards so that they would stop eating the cockroaches. But then the birds, they were eating too much of the citrus trees. So they brought a citrus tree here, which also brought another, and a wild cat, and by cat, I mean literally like a household cat. You wouldn't ever really see a wild dog. People on this island love, love, love their dogs. If a dog goes missing, it gets returned back home within the hour. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. People on this island, they love their dogs, so you would really never ever see a wild dog here. And that's about it.
Do you have a dog?
Do I have a dog? My boyfriend has a dog, so yes, I have. But yeah, or if it gets swept in by a hurricane. So the sand or the sea bottom, the sea floor that's around majority of the island, it goes about 5-6 miles off the shoreline of the island. It's all between about 20 and 60 feet, which is just too shallow for sharks. Okay. Once it hits that 5 to 6 miles offshore, then you guys have anyone seen Finding Nemo? And in Finding Nemo, you know, the drop off, that's what happens. No, I'm serious. It goes from 60 to 100 to 200 to 1,000. It's literally just goes like that once you hit that 5-6 mile off. Yeah? But because of that, because of it being too shallow, we just don't have sharks in our waters. So yeah, on the island you're safe, in the water you're safe. You're good. Great. Do you guys have any questions for me? Nothing important happens here, like at all. All right, I found out we had a city mayor last week. I'm so serious. I don't even know what their name is. All right, but one of the very important parts of our city hall is that it's our national art gallery, and it is open and free if you guys did want to check it out. It is upstairs of the building, and on the left-hand side of this building, there's just a small theater that a lot of production companies and dance schools use for their dance recitals, school plays, and all that kind of stuff. All right, now that's the end of the tour. You're welcome. Now, before you guys go on your own, just a couple of things. Your main shopping area, from that intersection to this intersection, and all the way back down to Front Street.
say here on the thing? You can buy a car in the mall. Cars I've never heard of. Here's another post office. Here's benches. Scan this QR code to learn more about this place. Let's go up here. This is Queen Elizabeth Park in Bermuda. Hamilton, city of Hamilton. Sitting there. Sculptures everywhere. Oh, there's a pretty bird. Oh, look at you. Look at this arbor. Some more sculptures. Coming back down around. Big tree. And we're back to the beginning. We're gonna check out the souvenir shop. We're back. Okay, we're back on the boat after our Hamilton walking tour, shopping experience, excursion. Just waiting to leave. And we have our complimentary rum swizzlers that they like to seem to serve at every boat. Alright, we're leaving Hamilton. Headed back to the ship. back to port. We're going back out. Going back out. I don't know. He couldn't line up right or so. We're good. Trying it again. Just got off 4 boat here. Had some fun parking the boat because of the wind, so that was exciting. Now on to do something else. Welcome to Bermuda. Although we're leaving now. We're going back in the boat. Super windy out. Headed to the ship. We're going back on our ship. Have lunch. This is where we've been. We're docked.